What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of your favorite after church podcast, the No Key Podcast. I am your man Spaces. Man, it's just busy times. It's just busy times, and we're waiting on the homies. Well, Jay, they say he's going to be here later. Just waiting on the homie Maul to get in, and we're gonna chop it up. We got some good conversations for you guys today. Some good conversations waiting for you guys, and definitely want to get you guys' opinion about the things that we're going to talk about because there's a whole lot of conversation around it. A whole lot of conversation around it. Desiree, what's up? What's good with you? How you doing? Hey, Michonne. What's good? I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Listen, Michonne, I'm sure Michonne knows. Preparing for a show. Preparing for a show takes almost, if not more time, than editing the show. Oh man. Desiree said, I'm great, just unwinding from church. How are you? I'm cool, man. I'm cool. Just so much stuff to do. So much stuff to do. I was getting on this live like gotta talk about this stuff for at least 2 hours. Which you guys might know. We're also live on Kick, so follow us on Kick as well. And we're gonna, after the show, we're gonna play some music and just chill. Oh man. Michonne said, yes, I know. Oh. He said, I've given up on editing. Time consuming, take these mistakes. Somebody else do it or whatever. Forget it. Y'all just get what y'all get. Y'all just get what y'all get, child. Oh man. Desiree said, I hope Black with DP and Moden takes longer to prepare the show than the actual. You are not lying. I'm sure getting all the clips together, and then let's just say if you have, like for some of the demonstrations that we have today for the conversation, there's multiple clips for them. So you got to, in order to find those clips, in order to make sure that they're cohesive with the conversation that you're trying to have, you got to actually listen to them. And you could go through 5, 6, 7 clips before you find the one that is making a particular point one way or the other. I did that. Oh my goodness. It's like once you prepare the show, it's like, okay, I'm ready. And then once you finally get in the show, it's like, oh, I forgot this, or I forgot that. Yo, Ma, what's up, bro?
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
I'm all right. Let me turn my volume up a little bit.
What you say? I can hear you. What you say?
I had to turn my volume up because you're kind of low on my end.
Oh yeah, I had to turn mine up too. What's going on though? How you feeling?
Chilling, man. Chilling. I was just talking about all of the work that goes into putting shows together.
What you mean putting shows together for what?
For like us. Like Michonne knows, like getting all of the information together and learning about all the different things that you want to talk about, because there's always some piece of information that you might not know, and getting banners together, getting thumbnails together.
I think we
Desiree said, hey,
Desiree. I think we getting too reliant on social media though, because we got a lot of things in our everyday life, the original questions that we could think of, but we try to go so much with the masses of what everybody else talking about when it don't affect everybody. Everybody in their own bubble. Everybody see things different. Everybody, come across stuff different. Just because you see it, I don't see it. Just because you experienced that's not my experience. So I think it should just go by just basically on what we experience, man, going forward, and just being real, just being honest to what you said, what you think, what you feel.
Right.
Social media taking over.
So look what Desiree said.
What? Oh yeah, no, I just got through. I don't know if you know, Desiree, but I ride a bike when it turns summertime, and me and Jerry they just got through riding our bike maybe an hour ago or whatever. And you know when it started getting hot, hey man, you gotta get your water in. This black melanin don't hydrate itself, Desiree. I gotta hydrate this melanin. Okay, I have to drink water. No soda, no juice. You have to drink. I drink that too. Now don't get me wrong. I have my soda every now and then. I'm not a big fella for nothing. But I do drink a lot of water. They know I drink water. I am not trying to hit it. I drink water.
Messi said that's a good way to go, Maul. To not rely on social media.
Yeah, because it's getting ridiculous. It really is. And half of this stuff we don't even know if it's true or not. It's as easy to the bots or it's AI. A lot of these comments we see, them AI. I read a study the other day, and I was talking to somebody the other day. Do you know 51% of the going back and forth in comments be bots?
I'm not. You know what? I want to look that up. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 51%. I wouldn't be surprised. Bots and people that are specifically paid to be in the comments to be, you know, what is it? What's it called? Contrarians to spike the algorithm to cause, you know, a bunch of motion in the chat. I wouldn't be surprised. 51% is crazy though.
But that's why I don't go back and forth with people in bots. Because and then another thing too. People say one thing on social media and living exactly different in fucking real life.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Motherfuckers say all that shit you want to. Everybody got a little hood in them. Everybody got a little ghetto in them. And they try to act all like you don't. Like we didn't all come from somewhere. Like we all was born with money and something. Like we all didn't recently, last 5 to 10 to 15 years, start getting a little bit of money. Come on, man, stop. Stop that bullshit, bro.
Yeah. I thought it was Ice-T too, Desiree. I thought it was Ice-T.
What type of country shit is that? Talking about some fucking Ice-T? What the fuck is wrong with both of y'all? Are y'all serious? I will have diabetes. I would be taking insulin if I was drinking a gallon of fucking ice. Gallon of iced tea is crazy. That's wild. Y'all both bogus. I'm cutting my camera off. I'll talk to y'all just
he said, Messi said facts, don't know what's true. Panels may make a good comeback. I don't think panels really went away, Messi.
But I don't think panels will do it anyway neither, Messi. It's because we all, most of the time, everybody look at some of the same content. No matter what you say, you're going to spew some of those facts that you did. Only thing I can say is get back outside, start walking, start exercising, start getting in social corners of outside and put these fucking phones down. That's the only thing I can say. Put the phones down.
That's why, like, even though when we go through videos, we watch them on here, and you know, I tend to, you know, read off the comments of what people are saying. I don't like looking at people reporting on things. I don't like it. I like to look at the original video, formulate my own opinions about what it is that the people that are involved in the situation are saying, and then if necessary, or maybe for even information purposes, I'd look at what people are saying about it. But for the most part, like I don't even really. I aim to veer away from like TikTok links because we all know how TikTok works. Like I aim for original videos, original people talking about the situation, so I can be like, okay, they said this, but this ain't making sense. They said that, but okay, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I definitely agree. 50. You know what? So so you said 51% in the comments are bots, or 51%?
You could probably find it. I was reading something and I heard somebody else say it too. That 51%, 50 to 51% of the comment action or the going back and forth is bots.
In general, not on a particular platform.
Just general, just all across the board.
Let me see.
And another thing too, what all comes down the board to it, where the fuck you grew up at and who you grew up around. That molds a lot too. You still form your own opinion, but the way you grew up, if you grew up in the hood, you understand how some of the people do some of the things that they do. Do you get them? Do you agree with it? No, but you understand why some people do some of the things they do. If you've never been through nothing and never lived a life, you can't really form an opinion about a lot of stuff. If you ain't been like had interactions with people and interactions with this, you study saying that this is not right and correct. How you know if other people interactions with that particular thing didn't go the way that they say they were going?
Yeah, this says you're absolutely right though. Let me see. Hold on. Let me share the screen.
I'm right about what?
It said I typed in what percent of comments on social media are bots. It said estimates suggest that bots generate 20 to 50% of social media comments and engagement. The exact percentage varies significantly based on the platform, which is what I was thinking about. Because I mean, YouTube, social, Facebook, Instagram, Snap, TikTok. Based on the topic, based on the platform, the topic of the post on how aggressively networks filter automated traffic. Oh, what's this? It says, spotting the bots. With modern AI, distinguishing automated comments from human ones has become more difficult. A recent bot detection experiment tracking user accuracy found that with people on Reddit, X, and TikTok could identify AI-generated comments with roughly 68 to 72% accuracy. Facebook users failed more than half of the time at 55% accuracy. Okay, so that was okay. That's the accuracy. That's not the amount. Okay. Well, yeah, man. It's I feel you. Yeah, I definitely see that, but yeah. So, but we'll go ahead and get into the conversations for today. Thank you guys for kicking with us. Share this with 2 people. Let them know that your favorite after church podcast is live. So we'll start with your question, Mal, with about the violence.
Oh no. Wait till Jay get there. Let's get some of these like whatever like the things because the original questions I want all 3 of us. I don't want just 2 of us to be answering them. I'd rather for us to do the original questions with most of us here, and we just go over some of the clips or something. We go both our reactions. Than to do the original questions. And I want because I really with both of the ones I sent, with the one with the would you friends of success and the violence one. I'd rather for that to be human. What you call it? I'd rather all 3 of us to be on here for
that. All right. Give me a second. Oh, shoot, where'd my phone go? Oh. Let me get these together then.
I think I need to charge my shit too. It's in the red.
All right. So I'll play this one because I want all 3 of us to be here too.
For which one?
For all of it.
But I'd rather do the what you call it in the original questions. I'd rather original questions we do what you call it, them TikTok things, and I guess the stories, yeah, too. But most of the TikTok clips, what you want to do and all that shit really don't matter. Original questions, yeah.
Hold on, give me a second. Make sure this is.
I wanted to come and bring everybody a happy rent freeze cake.
Shoot. I just. This is what I'm talking about. There's always something that comes up that you're like, oh, I forgot this. Give me a second. Because this is one I definitely want to have a conversation about. Okay, so while I'm finding that video, so did you get to watch the video about the rent freeze that I sent?
I've been heard about that, and that's a campaign promise. He said he was gonna do it, and he's trying to keep it.
That was on Instagram. What? It's private now. What the heck? Hold on, I know
We're
it.
one of the things private now.
Okay, we'll just hopefully this will work. The original video I sent is private now, so I gotta find a different way to.
What for the rent freeze?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to. I'm just talking, Joe. We won't have no dead time.
Yeah.
So that's why I just keep like reiterating whatever you said or whatnot.
I got you. So I'll just play this one instead. Because I think this is definitely a conversation to have so people can get a little bit more insight on how this works and how people look at things from one side and don't look at it from the other side in a lot of conversations that we have. All right, here we go. All right, check it out.
I wanted to come and bring everybody a happy rent freeze cake. I know it's not yet 9 o'clock. It might be a little early for cake.
We don't care. Happy rent freeze.
Happy rent freeze.
Really, you don't know what that means.
That's right. So
Especially when you're on a fixed ticket. So you know I was getting out of bed to see music.
Anyone who would like a slice? I am so glad to celebrate this morning with all of you because at the heart of this are tenants. And you all have helped to build this city. You've given stability to this city. It's time the city brings some stability to you. And we're so excited that the Rent Guidelines Board decided to freeze the rent, not just for 1 year, but for the first time in New York City history for 2 years.
What people are calling impossible, but you are showing that in the word impossible is impossible. That's what this is about.
I've lived here since 2017. It just keeps on getting more expensive, and our landlords are not coming through. So we need pressure. And we look at each other every day. We say, come on, Mamdani, help us out. And so he's here. It was amazing to see him in the building with us.
I cannot tell you what this means to senior citizens. We're on a fixed income. The prices of everything has gone up. I was really very nervous because I was just signing a new lease and I couldn't believe that this is like a dream come true. And for him to come to the building where the people are, the real people who need the help in New York City, you don't know how meaningful this is.
Okay, that's one part. 1 second. Play this other part for you. All right, so that one was I originally intended to play the original video of him opening a freezer, which I may add it in the playback, but opening the freezer and talking about how he did the rent freeze and all that stuff. And that one was the one we just played was meant to show you guys the renters standpoint on the rent freeze, but this one is now meant to show you the property owner's response to it.
Victory for Mayor Mamdani. The Rent Guidelines Board approves a rent freeze for nearly 1 million rent-stabilized units. But landlords call the process a farce, telling Christina Fan renters will ultimately pay the price.
This is just cosplaying fairness. This isn't real fairness.
Jan Lee, whose family has owned this Chinatown building for nearly a century, is crying foul, accusing the Rent Guidelines Board of freezing rent, despite mounds of data he says shows rising costs for landlords.
They're not even hiding the bias anymore. The mayor had campaigned on a rent freeze. He appoints 75% of the board, and now he's got his hand on the scale.
Just hours before Thursday's meeting, drama unfolded when Christina Smith, a member of the board who represented landlords, resigned from her post, accusing the process of being broken and unjust. But it did little to sway the result, as the Rent Guidelines Board voted 7-1 in an historic first to approve a 0% increase on both 1- and 2-year leases. Renters say the measure was necessary as they struggle to combat inflation and cuts to social services.
It's going to do so much to really affect my life in a good way.
I feel very good because in New York, that's one of the biggest problems that we have. You know, rent is high and we really needed it stabilized.
Mayor Mamdani, who campaigned on freezing the rent, insisted the board's decision would be fair and impartial. He responded to the outcome saying, in part, this is the relief that working people across our city deserve. But Lee says it's renters who the freeze will ultimately hurt.
If we keep eroding one side of the equation, something's got to give, and the people in those buildings are going to suffer. So there has to be some kind of fairness and recognition of the math.
The freeze will impact more than 2 million rent-stabilized tenants throughout the city and will affect leases that begin after October 1st of this year. From the Upper West Side, Christina.
Okay, look like Desiree said dope. I think she's responding to the idea of the freeze. So my question, well, one question I had, because I had two of them. Well, a comment in the question. What do you think about the idea of the rent freeze?
I don't think it's too bad. Like, it don't matter which way you tilt the scale, somebody gonna be mad, right? And then on top of that, renters, the landlords and stuff is not complaining when they raising rent crazy and ridiculously. I think everybody didn't complain about it. Even you said something about it when you was moving and you were renewing your lease and how much money they went up. They wanted. Right? Mm-hmm. So it's cool for them to go up like that rent year after year, not making no upgrades, but just talking about it's inflation. But you can keep paying inflation, and then it's like, bro, when you really like let's fuck the rent. Let's break it all the way down to inflation. Like, why is the same gas we was using in 19 whatever the fuck we started using gas? The same gas. Ain't nothing changed about gas. Gas ain't got more potent, gas ain't got more nothing. That was quarter, a nickel, a dime. Why the fuck is it now $3 and some cents now? So you mean to tell me over time shit just go up just automatically? It doesn't matter. Like, break it down. Like, make it make sense to me. So why does things just go up?
Go ahead, my fault. I was about to interrupt you.
No, go ahead. No, I want to know, because like I really do not understand how shit just goes up out of nowhere. You can keep saying inflation, you can keep saying, oh, the cost of living, but everything always goes up that we gotta buy, but doesn't nothing go up where you gotta pay somebody though. That go up a nickel. That go up 7 cents.
Oh, you're talking about like income?
Yes. But it's just I don't know. And I'm not finna sit up there and say I'm against it, I'm for it. I don't know. I honestly just do not know. Is it a good thing? Yes. Because if you rent and you don't own, yes. It should be. But the biggest question is, why the fuck is taxes so high? That's the biggest question.
The number one, this is what I say. This is what I mean when I say common sense isn't common. Common sense is subjective. Because you, on one hand, you got the renters who wouldn't want a freeze on the increase of their rent. Who wouldn't want that? Like we talked about this before. Who wouldn't want, like, whatever price you're paying, it goes up every year for whatever reason, because at the end of it all, somebody's pocketing. That's my belief. At the end of it all, somebody's pocketing. On the other side of it, you got the property owners who are paying more for their property, but there's going to be more coming out of their pocket because they can't, because of the freeze, they can't increase the rent on people. So for 2 years, they're going to be they're going to be charged more for their property, and it's just going to be charged at a loss because they can't. That's what happens in business. When prices go up, when expenses go up, prices go up. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying it's business. That's just how it works. The only reason as it pertains to your question, Mal, that I could possibly fathom, maybe somebody else that's smarter in the clouds to say, is just the growth of industry. Just the growth of industry. That's it. And you know what? I have another. I'm gonna pivot, and once we get done with this conversation, pivot to another conversation that's pertaining to this as well. But I don't know. When it comes to the rent free, in the end, I think it's prolonging the inevitable.
What's that?
After the 2 years, what's gonna happen?
That's true too. They give them a break for this period of time. But like we say, like, it's a system that's broken all the way around. and it's a system that needs to be burned down and rebuild with a new system. To be honest with you, to treat everybody fairly. This shit, like, we can get up here, we can beat our chest till the clouds come home. We can sit up here and say this don't happen. We can sit up here and say this is not prejudice to these people. We can say these people is over here doing this. Bro, we live in a system that's fucked up all the way around. And if you can't agree to that on both ends, what are we sitting here talking about? It's a straight system that's fucked up all the way around. Because you can say, on the other hand, the renters is getting the benefit of the doubt right here, but the renter, I don't know, the landlords is getting the short end of the stick, right? They like the middle, but the government's still getting their money from the taxes and stuff that they're going to go up on them and stuff like that. So it's like, no matter which way you put it, no matter which way the pendulum swings, somebody's going to get fucked at the end. So we need, it really needs to be where this system gets burned down, and it's kind of been and I know it ain't gonna work for 100% of the people, but if it ain't working for 70 to 80% of the people, it shouldn't be a system. The system should got to come down. Because you got to say, like, if you don't really know nothing about business, economics, and all that stuff, this system never works for you, really. Because you don't get that. And we know it's going to always be people at the bottom who won't get stepped on because they don't know no better, because they're going to pay whatever because they want this service, but that's on you. But at the end of the day, it's a system that needs to be rewritten, to be honest with you. So if we can sit up here and argue till we blue in the face. You can have your opinion, I can have my opinion. It's a system that needs to be fixed. He's trying to do something about it. He's trying to get him a relief for just for now. But like you say, after the 2 years, what's going to happen after that? Because you know they're going to double the after the 2 years. They're going to just add all that on the next 2 years on the back end. So it's a system that just needs to be fixed.
And that's why I don't think that.
Because in my opinion, too, if you have paid taxes on a property, you shouldn't be paying property taxes every fucking year. Or if you is paying property taxes or something like that, I shouldn't be getting taxed on a check that you tax me on. You tax me when I get my check. Then you tax me when I go get gas. Then you tax me when I buy something from a store. Then you tax me on the rent that I got. Then you tax me on my sticker for my car. You tax me on you didn't tax this money so much, it's like it's worthless. You didn't tax me like 18 times. Everything I buy got a tax on it, and that's crazy. How is it if you already taxed me on the money when I first made it? You take yours on top.
Desiree said a lot of these landlords are increasing rent and aren't fixing anything.
That's a fact. That's a fact. They leave the shit just like it is. They don't get no upgrades. You don't do none of this. You don't do nothing. And the apartment stays the same and when you want me to tell you what they do is they'll increase your rent all this time. When you move out, they'll put new appliances, new everything on there. Then they're like double almost the rent to make the next person pay. Then when they stay in there for so many years, then they put some more appliances in there, double that again, or put a 20 to 30% on it again and say it's market.
I believe all of the above is correct. All of the above. And by that, I say you're absolutely right. If they, let's just say, you pay your rent and then, your lease is up and you move out. They increase the rent, but they don't get new appliances. They don't upgrade the building.
Oh, it's the
they
market.
may clean the walls or something like that, maybe paint the walls. But they don't do, and I full on agree with that. I'm not denying that whatsoever. So I don't know, man.
You know what I would like
that's
to
why
do,
I'm thinking about with this whole thing, though. It's like you're just sweeping dust under the rug with this rent freeze because it's going to cause a bigger problem in the end.
Yeah, and I don't think you got to increase the rent that high. Because because look,
I agree.
If you got an apartment building, let's say, I'm gonna just go for mine. Like we got 6 floors in here. We got probably like 20 units on each floor. Don't you think one floor of my apartment building probably pay the mortgage for this apartment?
Yes.
So everything else is profit. Even if you want to do 2 floors, to go for the maintenance and the grass cutting and all that, 2 floors, pay for everything. The rest of it is private. And then guess what? The person or the company that own this, you know what tax write-off it is for just having all these employees and everything here? So that's another tax write-off. So that's more money you're getting back and you don't have to pay for taxes.
I agree. You're saying everything. I know of a building that I used to live in. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 floors, 8 units on each floor. 32 units. And this was a, I don't want to go into too much detail, but for the amount that I was paying, and this is the one I'm talking about on the podcast.
Just give a rough figure. You said 32 units, and how much you was probably paying? Just give a rough number, a rough estimate. Put $2 down. Put a couple hundred down or a couple hundred up. It don't matter.
Let's just say 15.
15 times 32. That's $48,000 a month. So we're gonna say 50 bands, right? How much of that 50 bands do you think you go to their overhead?
Let's see. Now this is interesting. I like this. Keep going.
Probably 20. And I'm being modest on 20. It's probably like 15. Because you don't have leaks every day. You don't have all that grass cutting and the snow removal. Okay, we got grass cutting and snow removal. Okay, that's cool. They make you pay for water. They make you pay for trash removal. So them ain't part of that. Then all the fees and stuff that they put you on that don't mean shit.
Yeah, this is. So I looked up. Ma, maybe I'm typing in the wrong thing, but this is about to, because you own to something, bro.
I know, bro. It's understand. That's why sometimes I want to be a landlord, but then sometimes I don't, because to me, and I think Jerry Day said this too on one of the pods, you're gonna run into some shitty tenants, right? There's gonna be some shitty tenants. You're gonna get that. It's just called it is what it is. But when you got a good tenant that take care of everything and all that other shit, nigga, I'm not going up on your rent that much, because I'd rather keep collecting that money from that good tenant, making sure my building is straight. Don't call me for nothing. All you do is pay us rent on the time. Nigga, you really ain't going to get no rent increase like that. I might go up every time you sign your lease $50, $60. Maybe between, but just something just to go up just a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
But nothing major.
To increase the profit, because you got to make your business. You got to make a profit. Yeah.
So I asked them, I have that rapport with my tenants.
For sure. Absolutely.
The people love to want to come stay for me, because and then another thing too I'm going to go with the OG say. And OG say this all the time, and I'll be thinking about it, but now I'm starting to really be on the side. It's greed. It's straight up and down greed, bro.
In a lot of cases.
It's greed. That's all it is. It's greed. You can't sit up here and tell me that you can't still have an apartment, still be decent with the rent increases, and not like gouging people for every time you are raising the rent increase. It's not $200, $250. It's crazy, man.
Be Humble said $250.
That's crazy.
Be Humble said, what's good? Be Humble said capitalism.
True. That's true. That's 100% true, bro. And that's the thing too. I don't know about what the socialism and the capitalism thing going back and forth. I don't know about that. I don't know enough about it. I like to admit when I don't know things about it. I just sit back and listen. But if the reason why people study going to the socialism things, because this capitalism and shit is not working for a majority of the people. It's only working for majority of the people at the top echelon. It's not working like for everybody. We already know that most people are not going to be business owners. They're going to be workers. It is what it is. Sometimes you have leaders, sometimes you have followers. It don't mean you're a bad person. It just means you don't have those skills. You feel me? So they need to find a way for this capitalism stuff to work for everybody, or people going to keep snoring about socialism and rocking with Mamdani. What I really want to know, to be honest with you, because this is Mamdani thing, how many people in New York, make a total poll, agree with Mamdani and riding with Mamdani and like Mamdani, whatever, riding with Z about him being their mayor. How many people really like him being their mayor and think he's doing a good job so far?
I mean,
I want to hear from New Yorkers.
Okay,
I don't want to hear from somebody who don't stay there. I want to hear from New Yorkers. New York people who stay, who they mayor, who he is their mayor. I want to hear from them, and I would love to know if they can do a poll for just New Yorkers who he is their mayor. I would want to know how they feel about things he's doing so far as him being their mayor.
I'll look it up while we having this conversation, see if I can find some stuff.
You think it's a poll already? It's probably
yeah, for sure. I want to say I've seen videos of people on both ends complaining and or
for. I want to see like his approval rating.
That's what one thing I was going to look up. Be Humble said there's nothing wrong with raising the rent.
There is nothing raising the rent. Be humble, but you got to be respectful for it though.
Five Brown,
you got it got fine. What's going on? But it got to be cool and respectable though. You feel me?
Be Humble said that's an actual expense when you own a house. When you have an apartment, you can't pick and choose which ones get an increase or not.
But ain't nobody saying all that, but it got to be some type of middle ground though. You can't be not fixing anything and just raising rent. You ain't putting no new appliances. You ain't coming put like most apartments back in the day used to have carpet, and that used to just be the way to go. We up in the modern days now. You need to put down that motherfucking hardwood and that tile that look like floor. It needs to get all them the carpets out. You shouldn't have nothing but carpet in your bedroom. That's the only place that should have carpet. The rest of your apartment should not have carpet.
Let's see.
But they won't do that though. They won't do stuff like that though.
You should never have to wait. If you increasing somebody's rent $100, $200, $250, they should never have to wait for a maintenance request.
Nope.
Never.
And matter of fact, every time you going up like that, you need to come through the whole apartment, do a check to see what needs to be patched up, what needs not to be patched up, what needs to be fixed. You need to come in there every year. Every time you're raising up on some rent, you need to come in there and do that. But to be honest with you, rent is just getting ridiculous though, because one bedrooms used to cost, and I'm not trying to compare back in the day to now. You used to get a one bedroom for like what $575, $650 or something like that. A one bedroom now is $1,500, bro. That's crazy.
Okay, so one of the things you said earlier, I looked up. Now this is what blew my mind. Let me pull it back up again. So I typed in average rent in New York because we were talking about New York and Mamdani. Let's type in average rent in New York. The overall rent in New York City sits at approximately $3,700 to $4,182 per month for all available properties. Prices vary significantly based on location and size. So
what are we talking about? That's ridiculous, bro.
$3,400 to $3,800 a month. One bedroom, $4,100 to $4,600.
That's ridiculous, man.
Two bedrooms, $6,200 a month, bro. So I don't think the conversation should be about rent freezing. The conversation should be about rent decreasing.
That'll never happen. You already know when something get that high, it's never coming down.
He said you would go broke for not raising up, being picky and choosy with the rent increases if you were a landlord. Desiree said, facts, my mom has been in the same apartment for 6 years and she had mold. It took us threatening to sue them. They gave her a new apartment. He said, that's not bad for New York. 40, what?
Hey, he kind of is right. I understand where you're coming from, but that's New York standards. You got to look at, we're not talking about Chicago. We're not talking about the Dakota where you're probably at right now or anything like that. But for New York standard, I agree with what he's talking about.
Hold on, let me make a call. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if you pick up. Let me know if this is too loud. I'll back away from the mic.
Yeah, that's loud.
Oh, he ain't pick up. You might call me back. But he said, dang spaces, do y'all realize how much people are making it and why? Okay. Let's look that up. Be humble while we're on the conversation.
They ain't making enough to cover that shit. Because we not too far behind them. They ain't making enough to cover that shit.
All right, so I just do what I normally do. I type in average salary in New York. It said that the average salary in New York State is approximately $100,000 for full-time workers, while the statewide median is around $70,000. In New York City, gross wages and median incomes can differ significantly depending on the borough and specific industry. So, statewide average income, the mean salary for all occupations statewide is $80,000. Are we going to do it? Do we need to do this math? I don't think we need to do the math.
I just told you it wasn't that damn much. I understand what the apartment is going for, but be humble. No, that's not. No.
Let's see. Hold on. 4,500 times 12. They're making 83,000 on average or whatever, but they're paying 54,000 in rent.
It's a broken system. Like I said, it's gonna have to someone gonna have to give. Okay, I always look at it like this. Each time you get a raise right at work and you study putting more pressure on yourself and add more shit, after a while, you're gonna have to look yourself in the mirror like, bro, I gotta cut some of this shit out or the levee's gonna break. It is what it is. Nigga, I had to go through that shit a couple months ago. Look, I'm studying paying this shit, but I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You gotta go through your stuff and start like, oh, I don't need that. I only be using that. Like, when the last time I used that? Let me get that. Take that off. Take this off. And before you know it, you done shave 60, 70 bucks off here, 60, 70 bucks off here, 60, 70 bucks off here. That starts to add up.
Now, so is this, now I'm going to click this and I'm going to ask you, is this an accurate or inaccurate statement?
What he says though.
He said, why is it the only ones outside of New York complaining about rent?
Ooh, no, he brought up the subject. Personally, I'm worried about Chicago business. Personally, it's my opinion. But it was just a topic that came across, and I'm not complaining about it because that's a New York thing. So I even asked about what is Mamdani, what is his approval rating? I keep that word kicking my ass. Mayor Z. I asked what is his approval rating is because the New Yorkers is complaining about it. You saw the video, the New Yorkers complaining about it. They was happy the rent freeze happened.
Let me see. Because I had that up too, but I'll pull this up real quick. So I typed in.
That's a rare spaces. This is not iced tea, it's water. I can't believe you, motherfucker. That's some country ass.
Bro,
shit.
Tell me that don't be humble. That look like iced tea, don't it?
Bro, it's an Under Armour athletic bottle that waters go in. What are you talking about?
Where you see that handle?
Huh?
Where you see that red handle?
Bro, y'all is bogus. That's some country ass shit. That's some down south. If a motherfucker walking around with a gallon, I'll tell you, if he walking around with a gallon of iced tea, that man has probably got diabetes out the ass.
That's a fact. You know, there was a while where I was drinking those actual iced teas. Well, I would drink it over a few days or whatever, but I was drinking that, and I was, I started calculating the sugar. I'm like, you know what?
But be honest though, when we were shorties, we was eating all that little Debbie shit. Like zebra cakes and oatmeal cakes used to be my thing. Ask me now when the last time I had a zebra cake or oatmeal cream pie. Ask me when the last time I've had this shit. It's been years.
Okay.
But now some fresh chocolate chip cookies or some fresh brownies, hey, you got me.
So I typed in Zohran Mamdani approval rating. New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani currently holds a net positive approval rating, with 48% of the residents approving of his job performance and 30% disapproving. Recent polling highlights these trends as citywide favorability. Favorability citywide, 55% of New Yorkers hold a favorable view of Mayor Mamdani. Statewide, it's 45.
That's not bad though.
Let's see. Yeah, when you factoring in approve, disprove, and indifferent, 45 is pretty good. Let's see. I have standard jump from. Well, yeah. So, yeah, that's where he's at right now, man. That's where he's at, and I just think this is sweeping a problem under the rug, and this is eventually going to cause a huge problem in the end, because it's only prolonging the problem. It's only going to cause push what's the reality of the situation to the end of this 1 year, 2 year stint that he's talking about. All that money is going to add up. All of these property owners are going to either suffer. They're either going to have to double the rent, like you said, Maul, to make up for that money, or they're going to have to, or maybe sell their building to the city. Anyway, but that's just what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Or it's going to cause homelessness because nobody will own the building, and it'll just be vacant space.
But like you say, we pay attention to other cities around us, major large cities, to see what can possibly happen to ours. We brought this up for conversation. Like, that's what we do, conversate about things. But I always just look at it just to see, what can possibly happen to us too. But like
that's
you
why
say,
I bring it up.
Like you say, we stay in the Chicagoland area, so it don't affect us right now. We did look from the eyes of the landlord. See, you ain't see that part. We did, be humble. We did look from the eyes of the landlord. We said that we don't know both ways. We're not just going by. We understand that, what we were saying, but we also said about the landlord thing too. They could possibly lose. We don't have no gripe in this. We have not agreed on neither side.
Yeah, I think I said right. You weren't. I don't think you were here yet. Be humble, but I said, it's one way to look at it is through the eyes of the tenant. Your rent is not going to go up. You're already paying a lot. You're going to save that money and do whatever with it. On the flip side, as the property owner, you're going to be paying more for the same stuff, and you're not going to be able to pass that cost down to the people that are renting.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna be taking an L for the next 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an Under Armour water bottle, be humble. Yeah, I use that on a regular basis.
Yeah, I'm just catching up on these.
Man, it's like 5 motherfucking Desiree up there, goddamn it, flirting in the comments. Cut that shit out. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
You said you're hoping to cause a problem. I'm not hoping. Well, I mean, from the sense of the fallout that's going to happen, is because something is going to happen. Something's going to happen. Something, and I'm coming from a standpoint of I know something's going to happen. I'm not hoping it does, but it just doesn't make sense. You can't just stop. You can't increase somebody's payments while stopping how you can get those payments paid for. I don't know. But I also looked up. Go ahead.
No, I'm just looking to the fact of people just gonna have to start doing a lot of things themselves, though. Because if your money is not going up substantially like you is, a lot of services that you do and make it convenient for you are gonna get cut out. I just go to some simple things, like if you got a home, instead of you having a lawn service, you're gonna probably get out there and cut your own grass. instead of you going to get your oil changed, your dude or the dude you fucking gonna probably have to change your oil. You got to get underneath that. You need certain things done in your car and stuff like that. You're gonna have to do those things yourself. Because that's what I'm looking to do. When I get my house and stuff like that, like I'm not taking my car to the dealer for the little things no more. It's about to be something heavy that I really don't want to get up underneath that dude. Then I'll go take it to a shop or something like that. But a lot of the little things, I'm gonna do it myself. I don't give a fuck how long it takes me. If it takes me 2 weekends, I'm gonna do it myself.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I plan on having another car. Once the finances get straight, I just have another car. So when one is down, I can do whatever I need to do to fix that one while I'm using the other one. Okay, so look at Be Humble. He said he said, what are you talking about increasing? Overall cost of living. In this particular way conversation is the rent itself. That's what I'm talking about. He said, work 2 jobs, work 3 jobs, work 4 jobs.
Ain't nobody no fucking Jamaican, bro.
Oh, yeah. So, speaking of
price, mixed with Jamaican, ain't he? I'm just playing. I'm just talking shit. That's all. I'm just talking shit.
So, speaking of price increases, this is one that came across the preview, and it just came across my mind while we were having a conversation about just general price increases.
Oh, that price gouging thing we were talking about?
No.
Okay.
And this is actually, you made me think of this when you said why. Oh, snap. Yo.
What up, gang?
What's good, bro? What's up, gang? What's going on, brother?
Chilling, baby. Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you. We good. We're good.
Right. But I get kind of poor reception out here.
Oh, yeah, man. So we just got done talking about the rent freeze in New York, Jay, every day.
Yeah. I heard about that.
And wanted to get into this conversation, what you guys' thoughts are about Apple's prices increasing.
Oh my God.
We all have iPhones, right? I like iPhone. I'm not planning on switching. But this guy talks about it, and I thought this was a pretty interesting video.
It's time to charge a high price for our products. Because of the RAM shortage? What? Oh, hi there. I'm Sam Tucker from one of the richest companies in the world. I know that because whenever we make a decision, people say, well, that's rich. And you may have heard recently that Apple has hiked the prices on many of their products because it was a Thursday. I mean, because of the ongoing RAM and storage crisis going on in the world. And sadly, Apple too isn't immune to these market forces. Oh. And so, in his final act as CEO, Tim Cook announced big price increases to make the new CEO look bad. And so let's have a look at Apple's grand sale. Grand because we're trying to make everything cost more than $1,000 now. First, the MacBook Air was $1,099, now it's $1,299. That's a $200 increase. MacBook Pro was $1,699, now it's $2,000. $300, now that's a Pro increase. iMac was $1,299, now it's $1,499. Apple won't make a bigger screen, we'll just make a bigger price. Mac Mini was $600, now it's $800. And that's their cheapest desktop. Mac Studio M4 Max was $2,000, now it's $2,500. Talk about Max, that's $500. Mac Studio M3 Ultra was $4,000, now it's $5,300. Over $1,000. Talk about Ultra, that is their most powerful price increase. Heck, even the Vision Pro is $200 more expensive. Wow, even if it gave blind people vision, it still wouldn't be worth it at that much. And if you can believe it, even Apple's cheapest laptop, the MacBook Neo, has gone up $100, which is impressive because price was the only good feature in this laptop. Now, we understand that these price increases can be hard for some of our customers, but let me assure you that the customer is at the center of everything that we do. And at the center of the customer is their wallet. And at the center of the wallet is the money. Yum, 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 yum. And that's why we've also increased the prices on all of our iPads, Apple TVs, and the Apple HomePods. Really, there was too much RAM in the HomePod. Wow, But please, understand, we need to raise the prices on most of our products by about 20% because, well, we wouldn't lose money, but we wouldn't make as much money, you see? And Tim likes his cash. But I'm sure in about a year, when the RAM crisis is over, the prices will move again. Downwards? The all-new Apple price hikes for the same old products. We don't just want one more thing, we want 200. Well, at least the iPhones are staying the same for now. Just wait till that iPhone flop comes out. Twice the phone for triple the price. Times 5. Hey everyone, thanks for watching the video. So, are you excited?
So it came out that there's a whole bunch of price increases with Apple products, and while we were watching the video, I just typed in to help explain. Well, he was making jokes about it, but it says here Apple raised prices on Apple raised prices on Macs, iPads, and other hardware to offset soaring memory, RAM, and storage NAND chip costs. These spikes are driven by a surge in demand from the AI industry data center build out, with CEO Tim Cook calling out component price surge and unprecedented 100-year flood. So, just off of that, before you go further, what do you guys' thoughts on the price increase?
Oh, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I think like anything, the way you fight back, if you do have a problem, you just don't buy it. You know what I mean? And this is only going up on MacBook Pros and stuff like that, not the phones. Did you say phones?
Not yet. I imagine, like he said at the end of the video, that whatever was the flip or whatever it is, that's going to be crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, like me, I gotta.
Let me go ahead. I'll pull it up.
Like I only have an iPhone. I got the iPhone 15 Pro Max, but and some of these AirPods. But I'm not like a brand loyalist to Apple like that. Like I will move around. It's not no problem. If I feel like something is, I can get something comparable to it at a cheaper price. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I like Apple. I like, having the when we send text messages and my shit being the blue. Yeah, the blue bubble. I like that, right? I like being a part of the game. But is it worth that extra price? And to be honest, like I see Samsung, they're kind of doing their thing. And there's a lot of things that Samsung do better than iPhone. I just like to be able to like iPhone because it's just easy to navigate. But as well, and I like the connectivity. I think basically you were talking about how you're able to connect different devices and so on. So, which is cool. But at the end of the day, like I say, if it becomes too high, like anything, I'll just move around. It's not no problem.
Ma, what you got?
As a co-owner of Apple, I really can't comment on this because and all the other stuff. I can't really comment of how I want to comment as a regular person. But as an Apple investor, hey, get you some Apple stock. That's all I can tell you. I really don't know. And I'm really leaning on, I'm not even gonna say leaning. I agree totally with you every day. Like, bro, you don't have to buy shit. Like people get the notion that you have to buy this shit. You don't. We just saw that video of what the dude where they was at a festival or whatever, and the nigga said, the dude said Gatorade was $8, water was $6. I guess we're gonna be thirsty then until we leave. Because who's finna pay that? I don't care if I can afford it and I can buy it. I'm not buying that. That's the thing with people. People need to just stop buying shit. Like, just point blank, period. Let's get back.
What we say about GTA? You remember we were talking about GTA?
Hey, yeah, no, we're going to wait till that shit go down or something.
Right. I catch it on Christmas still 2-3 years from now.
Yeah, I don't have to get it when it first came out. I don't have to get it when it first came out. No, I don't. But guess what? People are complaining about it, but they'll still buy it.
That's the problem.
But this is what I want to say too, because I think most people need to get back out here. Jerry Day, what we just got to doing like 3 hours ago.
Riding bikes.
Okay. We met up, we rode bikes, had great conversation. We didn't even have a phone on. We had our phones on us because we had to get back in our cars. My bad. We did have our phones on us, but we had earbuds in, And as we riding a bike, trying to keep up with each other and stuff like that, we're talking. And we saw multiple people outside riding bikes too. Get your ass off your computer, quit lagging on games and stuff like that. Get the fuck back outside like we used to.
Well, I bet I'm outside.
Yes. And guess what else me and Jerry was talking about because guess what else me and Jerry Day was talking about because we were outside? We're talking about water backpacks.
Yeah.
Not no Gatorade backpacks, not no fruit punch backpacks, water backpacks so we can do some more cardiovascular stuff to get our hearts and stuff going like it should be. We're getting older. So we
say 150 for my bad. They say 150 for the GTA.
Yeah. So we're sitting up here going back and forth about how much this costs, how much they can raise it, how much they want to raise it. I won't buy it. I'd rather go get on a flight or do something else. I'd rather not do that. So I'm totally agreeing with you every day. Hey, I hope you do buy it. Please do. I'm invested in Apple. You know, please buy our products. Because I'm a part of the community. You feel me? Do all that. Matter of fact, go search on Google too. Guess what? I invest in that too. Because please keep searching on Google too. You feel me? Matter of fact, I should have bought or made a trade for GTA. Who is a Rockstar? I should have put a trade in for Rockstar because I know y'all gonna do that too, and I should have made some money off that. But you know, my finances is not really where I want them to be right now. So free flow cash is not a thing right now for me right now. I got to build some stuff back up. I got to get some stuff paid off. You know, like normal finance stuff. You know, but keep buying Apple products, please. Spaces, could you research something else on Google so I get a couple more dollars too, please? Thank you.
Hey, and Spaces, before you comment, you think about like what's my man? Xbox. Bill Gates. So Bill Gates, I mean, he says his kids don't. I mean, and it has nothing to do with price, but he says his kids doesn't play Xbox.
Facts.
Right? So here's a person, right? He's the creator or founder of Microsoft or whatever, and you know his kids don't play the very product that they push to the children. So I mean, I don't. You know, even then, even you being a CEO or whatever it is, or part owner, more of the company, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean you got to push for that.
Yeah, that's a fact. You ain't lying. It's facts.
I'm fully in agreement with everything Maul just said. Straight up, 100% in agreement. It doesn't matter what they can increase the price to $8,000 for the next iPhone. As long as the one I have works, I'm not going to buy a new one.
Facts. So
I don't understand what the real issue is. If I think that's only a problem for I'm sure millions of people out there. Is that the Obama library? Oh my God, he's hilarious. But yeah, that's only a problem for people that buy these phones every single year. Which there's a lot of people that do that. They need to stay up to date. They need to stay with the latest phone that came out. That's not me, bro. Jerry Day is on the iPhone 15. I'm still on the 13.
Hey, I would still be on the 12.
We together.
We together. I'd still be on the 12. Look, I had broke some on my iPhone 12. Look, I'm not thirsty to upgrade shit.
Not by any means. And you know, I don't know. It's the only thing I think of as far as this is it being an investment opportunity for people that are, you know, invested in the stock market, because people are going to do this. People are going to buy. You're most likely going to see it in movies. You're going to see it on TV, and the stock price is definitely going to go. I imagine, in my opinion, is going to go up as a result of it. Foss said that's why the updates after the new phones come out coincidentally start slowing down your phone because people like Spaces won't upgrade. Molly, you said you want a 13 too, right?
What? Bro, 13 Pro Max. This bitch going to have to blow up, and I'm going to sue Apple and still invest in them because it blew up in my hand. Facts. Only one that's in No, never mind. I'm gonna keep my. I was just gonna see. That's why I'll be on online too much. I was just gonna tell a story that was just told behind the scene. No, go ahead.
No, this is one of the things that's completely avoidable that you do not have to participate in if it's a problem for you. But the thing is, even past the people that are, that can afford this, people that can't afford it will also try to buy the newest iPhone just so they can have the newest iPhone. And then on top of that, too, to give credit to Samsung, they come out with the stuff first, and then Apple follows it. Like the new Apple Flip that's coming out.
Oh, so it is an Apple Flip phone coming.
Samsung already did that.
Oh, but this is an Apple Flip phone that's coming.
Hold on, let me see. Cultivate, what up? Where
customer, right?
Miss Roots, what's going on?
Cultivate.
Hey, bro, I gotta get one of those. I'm gonna get it as soon as it comes out. Man, that's cold. I'm gonna get one of those. Man, I'm getting one of those though. That's raw as hell. Yup.
Desiree said her 13 Pro Max is acting up.
Don't worry, we all with 13 Pro Max is acting up. I ain't getting no new one. I need to get off my phone anyway. I be on that motherfucker too much. Keep acting up. As long as I can make phone calls, I'm cool now. I'm one of them old niggas. As long as I can make phone calls and texts, we all good.
For real, I fuck around, go back to a flip. They keep fucking with me. God damn it. Give me the 1999 plan.
Facts.
Yeah, man. So thank you guys for kicking it with us. Share this with 2 people. Let them know that your favorite After Church podcast is alive. So now that we have J Every Day here, we're going to get into one of Mall topics.
Let's do the video first.
Yeah, that's the one I was going to pull up. All right, let's check it out. This is something sent to us by Mall. Let's check it out.
Success costs you every friend you have. Would you still take it?
Yes. So long, farewell to you, my friend. Goodbye for now until we meet again. Farewell to you, my friend. Goodbye for now until we meet again. It's been great.
If success costs you every friend you have, would you still take it?
I wanted to let the full question play. Well, go ahead, Ma. What you got on and what you got on?
Yeah, just exactly what he said. If success costs you every friend you have, are you still taking the success?
I think I'll start. Depends on what success look like, right? And that's kind of the thing that I was kind of debating back and forth. What does it look like? And I guess the opposite of that is keeping friends around, is that keeping me unsuccessful, right? So that's kind of where I was at. Like, so I think if I knew like what success actually looked like, you know what I'm saying, the end product, and I knew that, okay, keeping these friends around is keeping me unsuccessful, then I think, yeah, I would go ahead, because I don't want to be unsuccessful and keep friends. I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like, because I got friends and be unsuccessful. I don't see how that's going to help me in the long run. I mean, this is all hypothetical. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? I want to be successful and I want my friends to be successful too. But, you know what I'm saying? I just don't think that, I feel as if like I would have to leave my friends behind to be successful. I would do that.
Yeah, so let's I think, Maul, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, you were looking at it as either or, right?
Yeah, I was looking at like you, either you be successful and just be like, I'm looking at it as exactly what it said. You either being successful and lonely, or like not successful or whatnot like that. But like Jay every day say, what is the success they're talking about?
What up, sis? What up, sis?
Yeah.
Sister every day, what's going on?
Nothing beauty.
So yeah,
I think
that's where I was at. I didn't know, what success looked like as far as, and if we just use a broad, hey, like you being rich or something like that, then if the opposite of let's say being successful is being rich, and being poor, you being poor, whatever, you got friends. I don't want to. I'm not saying I don't think I want to be poor with friends either. I don't think I want to do that. Oh.
But the way I look at it, right? I'm gonna take a step back. The way I look at it is like, right. I look at my discernment of how I pick friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really good at picking friends, and the friends I put around me, I don't think we'll ever be poor or not have it or not have the bounce ideas and not get like game. But I cannot just be rich or like you say successful with no friends around me. To me that's a miserable life to live. Because how do you know somebody has your best interest and they're not just trying to take what you got?
I agree with that, but what I guess one would ask, well, what is success?
That
you see what I'm saying? Because I feel like, in my 41 years, I feel like I'm successful in what I do, right? So, and I happen to have you guys. You guys are my friends. Y'all my brothers, and you know what I'm saying. I got friends outside of this, so I'm able to keep friends. But I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is the end product of what does successful look like? And then
Okay,
what
so
is the up and in?
Yeah, so you're saying the question is just too open-ended for you to choose.
Right.
Okay, I get you. I can rock with that. I can smoke a bag with that. Because I just looked at it as like either you being successful, like they always say, it's lonely at the top, you being successful with no friends, I don't ever want that. Because that's a miserable life to live because you're always looking over your back. Because if you have no friends around you, you can't tell nobody to like nigga, we'll get on the phone in a minute and motherfucker says something like, no, that wasn't cool. You said that, no. That wasn't decent. And motherfucker still be in their pride like, man, hell no, I meant that. But that wasn't cool still though. I want to let you know that still wasn't cool. I understand you want to fight with your pride and all that shit like you was right, but that wasn't cool. That wasn't right. I can't see myself having all this money, all this success, and nobody around me. Like, people don't know how lonely and how miserable that'll be to you though. That'd be some lonely ass shit.
I think that's what everybody that reaches certain points in life says, though, right? Because I remember 50 Cent specifically saying the top feels so much more lonely than the bottom. Well, he said better than the bottom, but I've also heard lonely in the bottom as well. Lonely than the bottom.
Yeah.
Because even if my answer to the question is I would take it, and it wouldn't be just I would take the success.
Oh, and just don't have no friends?
Yeah, and I say that because I wouldn't be mad if my friends did the same thing. I'm not saying I don't think you will be completely lonely though, because there's always going to be somebody around you that you can communicate with, that you can have a conversation with. Like even if your significant other, the people that are also people in your industry. I think it's the way I'm taking the question is successful and no friends, or poor and a whole lot and an X amount of friends, or unsuccessful and a whole lot of friends.
Nah, but you
say it on the corner. We all got friends. We all just on the corner. Whole bunch of friends.
No,
nobody.
But what you were saying, those spaces is about you gonna have somebody there, but they only there for your money.
Who's to say that the people? Let's just say the people that are your friends won't eventually have the ulterior motive that as you're growing, they turn there from being your friends for being your friends to being your friend because they want to be a part of your success. That makes sense.
But then I have to look at myself about, did I choose right? Like I'm always about choices, bro. We always make choices. You're either gonna choose right or wrong. It's the only way you can choose. It's either right or correct. I think me, in my 41 years of living, I have chose pretty good when it comes to friends. I've had some of the same friends for 10 to 15 years plus. I have gained more friends as I've gotten a little bit older, right? A couple more OGs and stuff like that. But my base of friends were like, I got like 2 since I've been in high school. Y'all know them, Damo and Daniel. Then I met my other ones when the job I started working, and I've been friends with them ever since I've been at this job. And even if I didn't work with this job and I lose it tomorrow, we will still be friends. We're brothers now. So I feel that I've picked right in the correction of like friends. So I can't just throw that away for some, like, to me, because it's like kind of like almost, people always talk about everything about money. I can't just throw that away for some money because I think that's what they're equating to success for. That's what I'm just picking up on. And I know everything is what if with this question, but I'm equating it to like they talking about money.
I would think for with the people that I call myself friends with, I would think they would wanted you to choose a success though, right? Am I frozen?
No, you was going back on. You cool now. I saw your eyes move.
Oh, my fault. I would think that, okay, I'll say this. If your friend is truly your friend, that they want the best for you, period. Even if it means having to, like, I'm going to have to dial it back on us communicating, us seeing each other, us talking as much as we do, because I'm in pursuit of this. I would think that true friends really want the best for you regardless.
But your true friends, do you talk to them on a regular basis? True hardcore friends. When you're really in trouble, the friend you calling, do you talk to them on a regular, everyday basis?
I had friends like it's changed. It's changed. I had friends like that to where we would talk at least 3 times a week.
But that's not every day. I'm still saying every day you speak to them.
I'll say this. It was kind of a proximity thing because we went to school together. But we would, outside of school, we would call each other when we needed things. Why am I freezing?
You still not answering my question. Do you talk to them every day like you talk to your girl or to your wife?
I don't know why I'm freezing. Hold on, let me.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't even, people tell you I don't even talk to my mama every day. Right.
But every day, you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but I don't think you talk to anybody every day.
Your wife, you do.
Well, you in the same house as well, you
but I'm just saying, that's the one person. Your wife, you do. Your kids, you do too on a regular. Like if you see them, like if you ain't going to work and they going to do their own thing. But your wife is the only person, and you still got friends that if some shit go real wrong, I'm a phone call away. Call me. Right. But I don't talk to you every day.
I got homies like sometimes y'all know my homie Rob, right? So we talk, you know what I'm saying? We talk sometimes we back to back, and then we might go a whole month, and then I gotta check in on them because hey boy, I ain't heard, I just wanted to make sure you cool, or vice versa. I got another homie, his name Ace. I ain't talked to bro since his birthday, but that's my dog. Like I see him, you know what I'm saying? So
it ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing, ain't no hostility, and that's if he called you right now today, he talking about he need whatever, blah blah blah. You gonna figure out what's going on.
So, yeah.
Thank you. So that's why I'm saying when you say about friends or something like that, and they'll want the best for you, yeah, but you don't talk to them every day anyway.
So then you're proving my point. There's even more of a reason to go for the success.
It's just to me, I'm just to me when they say success, I'm equating it to money, and I'm thinking you're selling your friends out for money. That's just what I'm thinking. I can be wrong. But I can agree with you. If you want to take the success, do that. But I'm talking about the way I'm built and the way I'm not selling none of my friends or none of my relationships for no money, especially my dogs that I got that I know that we're not going to be poor. We're going to still be successful, but it might not be the success that I guess other people might say. But everybody I'm in contact with now that I call my dog. I have one dog that manages warehouses and stuff like that. I'm not going to go for the company. I have another couple more dogs that own assignment in all different states. I got another dog that drive trucks with me. Y'all know him too. I got another dog that drive for the busing companies for the city. All my homies are successful, but we're not like that. So I know how to pick right. So that's why I'm saying I wouldn't trade that because the stuff that I've learned from them and all that other stuff is worth way more than money to me. So
we see that's the finished product though, right, bro? I mean, not necessarily the finished product, but I kind of take it as you start from zero, right? So you didn't have any friends, right? So we start from zero, no friends, and then along the way, obviously you make friends along the way. But if making friends along the way is going to keep me from success, you know what I'm saying? If we start from zero, not having no friends, and it's going to keep me from being successful, think I'm gonna take the success route. Like now we can, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's just kind of how, I don't know, maybe that's how I'm wired. You know, I was the only child for a long time. So, you know, I know how to be alone.
I don't know. It just, to me, I don't know. I guess we're taking the question all different types of ways. And that's why I wanted to have a conversation. That's why I say it was going to be really interesting on the question. It's quite, and I don't think it's no wrong answer. There's no wrong answer. And I think we all agree to a certain extent of how we put in the question, but it's just, to me, I guess we need more context of the question. And we need to put like stipulations on it. Because you know, Jay every day like to go and put his time for a kufi on. He gonna go all through every door and all that other shit. He finna explore the house. Like, nigga, what else y'all got up in here? Like, y'all invite me in. I want to see what all y'all got up here. Space is gonna go ahead and think outside the box too. He gonna be thinking about all type of crazy shit. And I'm gonna just try to get to the meat and potatoes. Like, nigga, what's the black and white of?
That's the deal, though. When they ask these questions, right? Like, what's the question? Who would you save, your wife or your kids? You see what I'm saying? We get into these hypotheticals, and I get it. I mean, it makes for a good conversation, right?
Yeah,
but it's like, if my kids or something was going on with my kids and something going on with my kids and my wife, I'm not gonna go step over my wife to go get my kids, or I'm not gonna go step over my kids to
go get my wife. That's true.
Whoever's the nearest.
I'm grabbing them first and I'm going back in there to go get the other ones.
Or who get first, the kids or the husband, or you see what I'm saying? Like,
I'll be looking at it like, did everybody get saved? Did everybody eat? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Did everybody get saved and did everybody eat? That's all that matters.
Yeah.
And then you be talking about like, nigga, you shouldn't have ate that cheeseburger. You was a little heavy this time.
Desiree said, my best friend, I've been friends since we were 2, and we don't talk every day, but she is there when I need her.
That's all that matters, baby. That's what I like. I'm not going to talk to you every day, but I promise you count on me when shit go wrong. Shit hits the fan.
My oldest daughter lives 3 hours away, and her annoying tail calls every day.
That's your kids for you. Because my son called my son will call his mama all the day, every day. But when it's time for some money and some real shit go on, he going to call me. But also, too, like you say, I drive trucks, so I'm gone, so I really nothing I can do until I get back anyway. It ain't like back in the day, Jay, every day where you could be there in like 10 to 15 minutes. We in big-ass trucks. It's going to take us a minute.
Yeah, I'm definitely, and when I listened to this video, I was like, okay, you know me, where's the context on it? But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just take it for what it is. And it's like either be unsuccessful with friends or be successful with no friends.
I think to me, and then another way I looked at it too, those spaces, that can never happen to me. I don't care what you say. Because like I say, I picked the right friends. We're not going to let each other not be successful. You're not going to be around me and be my friend if you're not some type of successful.
Yeah.
Now, your success might not look like everybody else's success and might be a little grind of a process, but you're working towards it. But all my friends, I ain't no bums. They take care of their business. They take care of families. They take care of their kids. So to me, that's successful. You're not around here asking nobody else for nothing. You own your own 2 feet. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's successful to me.
Yeah, and as it pertains to the video, I'm not disagreeing with you. I think, and this is the context that they left out, I think they were referring to career.
I don't know. But I just think it's lonely, though. If you just pick success, and it's cool. It's cool, whatever you pick. But to me, don't think nobody don't have at least one friend. Like, even though you in your success field, you're going to have at least one or two friends. Come on now.
I mean, a lot of times the more successful you get, the less time you have for friends.
But you still have one or two, though. I don't care what you say. You still have one or two. It could be your wife. It could be whoever. But you're still your brother. You're going to have a friend. Come on now.
Somebody, yeah.
Yes, you got somebody. Everybody has somebody. We can always say we got it out the mud. We got it out the dirt. We did this. We did that. Nigga, everybody has a friend. I'm not trying to hear that shit. And that's cap. Now, we can say that all we want to. Yeah, it sounds good. But everybody has a friend, bro. I'm not trying to hear that.
Much
it might
agree.
be a little mouse that Michael Jackson used to feed back in the day when he was in Gary. It might be your little pet or whatever. You got a friend, though. Say what?
You say the pet? Hell
You
no.
might got a little friend, a pet or something.
Bubbles.
Yeah, Bubbles. You might,
Bubbles the monkey. Oh, yeah, that was a great topic, man. It was a great topic. Okay. So take that one down. Thank you guys for kicking it with us. Share this with two people. Let them know that your favorite After Church podcast is live. And we're going to switch over into this subject. I don't know if you guys were able to watch at least the main video that I sent, but there was this big controversy about this guy who, I don't know how old, I think it's a recent video. I was looking for the date. It seems like it's fairly recent. And he made a video about Oak Bluffs, Massachusetts. And it just blew up on the internet. And people have differing opinions about it. So I'm going to play it here. And then this is a series of videos. So I'm going to speed them up to help the time go along. But I wanted you guys to see other people's opinions about what he said. All right. Let's see here. All right.
This is Oak Bluffs, Massachusetts, Martha's Vineyard. Now, there is no fatigue here. All right. There's no black fatigue here. There's only beauty. There's only families. There's only professionals. There are only doctors. There are only lawyers. There are only professors. There are only accountants. There are only finance people. That's what you find down here. Families enjoying themselves. Listen, Oak Bluffs has been a haven of black wealth in this country for 100 years. And I love it so very much. My wife is here. We love it. In fact, I'll be going back home today, but then we'll be back, God willing, in a week to actually enjoy ourselves because we will be spending a week here through 4th of July. It's going to be beautiful. But you know what? If you know how to act, come on down to Oak Bluffs. We'd love to have, at least I would, love to have people coming down seeing this. This is beautiful. You know what? A lot of times in the media, we get inundated with negativity regarding black people. Well, come on down to Oak Bluffs and see what's going on down here. But remember, you got to come down here. You got to know how to act. But I love it. Black wealth, elite black wealth. But you know what? What we don't do is look down on everybody else. What we do is help everybody else because we want more to come down here. Anyways, continue to follow me. I am a professor, a teacher, and a financial coach, bringing financial education to the urban community and beyond. See you soon. All right, so let's.
All right, there's one. Here's one response. Again, I'm going to speed it up.
Of that black gentleman talking about Oak Bluffs, Martha's Vineyard, and talking about how it's full of doctors and lawyers and how there's no black fatigue here and this, that, and the third. That entire video is a white supremacy dog whistle. And the fact that I see people in the comments talking about, oh, a hit dog is going to holler if it don't apply, let it fly. We have some serious white supremacy deconstruction that we need to do. For one, we have to stop equating excellence to careers like doctors, lawyers. Those are great careers, don't get me wrong. But there are everyday people out there that don't do that are also successful and also business people. In this day and age, if you get your ass up and go to a job, you deserve to be celebrated. You're not just celebrated because of the type of career you are. Mind you, those are careers that black people are systemically barred from being a part of because of their race. So like, come on. Also, to be a black person and use the term black fatigue is crazy, okay? Because every race, every ethnicity on this planet is a subset of people that act up. No one is exempt from it, okay? I see plenty of videos of other races acting up on this internet, yet there's only a phrase for when black people do it. I wonder why. And then your black behind is going to get on the internet and recite that phrase against black people. Are you like this talented, we got to stop trying to, God, I'm so angry, I can't even think of the words I'm trying to say. There's no respectability in that. Now, granted, the creator of that video, I just seen the comments, admitted that, like, what he said, like, you know, he shouldn't have used the words that he said. And I'm appreciative of that. He had that reflection. And this is definitely not a hit dog howling. I actually am one of the careers that he speaks of. I frequent these circles, I guess, but, like, I just don't do elitism, especially when it's rooted in, like, those white supremacist talking points. I think that says more reflection on you. I've been to plenty of places with Black people and never expected any fighting or this, that, and the third, because why would I? And I think
All right, give me a second. I'll play the next one. This one right here.
Saying that, you know, if you come to Oak Bluff, leave that ghetto somewhere else. And then people in his comments were like, they don't like the way he said it. Did y'all see that video about Oak Bluff? And I think the only reason people don't like what he said, because people are no longer being taught time and place. And maybe because I'm a little older and, you know, guys, you know, I'm almost 50, you know, but like I grew up learning time and place. I taught my kids time and place. And I'm from the ghetto. I'm from Detroit. So the way you act and dress, if you're going to, let's say, a juvenile concert, right? If you just had one, is not the same way you would act and dress if you were going to wine and art night. You get what I'm saying? People are not being taught time and place. And that's why they go anywhere and act anywhere, because they don't know time and place. Did y'all see the video?
All right, just got a couple more I want you guys to see, because these ones pretty they summarize. Uh-oh. 1 second, got it right here. Okay. What the heck? Oh, there it is. All right, here it is.
And if I gotta be a good little nigga to go there, I don't want to go. If you have to give me a disclaimer just because I'm Black that I need to act a certain kind of way, you ain't gotta worry about it. I don't need to be there. And that man who made the post about coming to Oak Bluff, I'm sure he's a nice man. I'm sure he's a very nice man. However, I don't understand how y'all are not seeing. Well, I do understand. A lot of us still have this mentality, still have this perception that we can perform our way out of racism. And I fear that, like, y'all are not connecting the dots, like, throughout history. No matter what we did, no matter what we accomplished, no matter what we gave, it wasn't enough. So if you are a Black person and you move to an area that I'm assuming is predominantly white, because those are usually the only areas where a Black person like that feels like they can tell other Black people, oh, make sure you act right when you come. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go. I don't even understand why y'all still aspire to be in predominantly white areas, spaces. Like, but yeah, no matter what, it's not going to be about whether or not you know how to act. That's the bigger picture. And the message that was sent was, I need to tell y'all how to act before y'all come out here because y'all are Black and y'all have no home training.
All right, very last one, and then we'll get into you guys' thoughts. This one. All right.
Wrong. Y'all took what he said and started putting your own insecurities on it. And y'all took him saying, act right with act white. That's what y'all translated. And y'all thought he was pandering to the white man. And no, that man said, have some decorum, have some respect. We don't do all of that here. This is Black excellence. He said, but he didn't say, never said, don't come. He said, come. But this is how we run things here. And yes, y'all don't like when people tell y'all to act a certain way. They told y'all stop going to Disney with your ass out. Got a problem with that? Like, why do you want to have your ass out around kids? Every time somebody tries to bring back some type of order and decency, there's a problem. And y'all here for the white man, for the white man. Like, yeah, certain things are politicking and, oh, we're trying to appease how we are and how we act for the white man. And some things are, yes, just self-correction. And we are going left. We're bearing left. Nothing that man said was off or wrong. You heard it from your ears and you felt some type of way because you thought he was saying, ghetto people aren't allowed or don't make it hood. Oh, no, he just said, come and act right. Okay, and another lady, she lives in Oak Bluff. She vacations there, and she said, "Yeah, because I just saw the Carnival cruise, and that's like this stuff don't happen in Oak Bluff." Some people have never seen a fight in their life. Some people have never been in a rah-rah. TikTok and social media is their introduction to ratchet. Some people have never seen any of that foolishness, like what they're doing in the Real Housewives of Potomac and all that stuff. People who live and are in Potomac, they ain't doing all that. Real people, no. Nothing that man said was right, was wrong. That man was right. He said, "Come." Have some class, have some dignity, but I want y'all to come. And I'm sorry, I'm used to that Black excellence from Maryland. Like everybody, I grew up in Maryland and DC, grew up with black doctors, black lawyers, black success. But then you can also have on the other parts, other side, you go certain places, it's like, oh, okay, because we're not a monolith. But he just said when you come over here, you act a certain way. Nothing that black man.
All right. I wanted to. Am I frozen again?
Kind of in and out. That's all right.
Yeah. Anyway, so the conversation that blew up, at least on my conversation, my algorithm, is this man. He said this is Oak Bluffs, and this is where basically we behave ourselves around here. And if you're gonna come here, you're gonna have to behave. And I believe that one particular part of the video is what caused this whole thing to blow up. And I showed two opinions on either side that are for it and that are against it. So what did you guys get from it? Do you think people's reactions are accurate, or what is it? What are your thoughts?
You want to go first, Jerry, or you want me to go first?
Yeah, I mean, I could go first. It's no problem. I think first we need to grab a definition of black fatigue. So if we can, I'm hearing that thrown around. We got to have a definition of that. Y'all know the definition? Damn, did I lose connection? Can y'all hear me?
No, yeah, I hear you. I think Space is hooking it up, looking it up.
My fault.
Okay.
I thought I unmuted myself. My fault. Yeah, I'm pulling it up. 1 second.
If the definition is incorrect, I think we need to come up with another word for what we're talking about.
Because all I could equate to it is like, motherfuckers talking about black fatigue, but I don't think it's black fatigue. I think it's just motherfuckers just acting like belligerent and ghetto. And I think every race of people does that.
It seems as if if a black person has something, that kind of goes against, white society or whatever, that becomes even, if it's the ghetto shit or if it's just, complaining about grievances, it's black. It all falls under black fatigue, and I don't think that's what black fatigue is. Black fatigue, isn't that created by a black woman? Didn't she create that?
So it looks like it's dual meaning, because it said black fatigue is a term with two primary, highly contrasting meanings. Original meaning, coined by author Mary Frances Winters in 2020, it describes the physical, mental, and emotional exhaustion experienced by black people due to the cumulative toll of systemic racism, microaggressions, and the constant stress of navigating a prejudiced society. The co-opted meaning.
All of them been black fatigue, so they tired of this racism and all that other shit. Oh shit!
You about to read the co-opted? This is the co-opted. This is what's been switched to. What has been switched around to.
Okay.
More recently on social media platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and X, formerly Twitter, the phrase has been repurposed by some commentators to express frustration and impatience with perceived bad behavior or negative stereotypes within the black community.
Right. So the original doesn't even mean whatever, people are using it for. I mean, yeah, people are using it kind of as a negative connotation against black people. Not even what it means. So maybe we need to come up with another word. I mean, ghetto is fine if there's, but even that's not even pretty accurate.
So that was your comment?
No, I mean, and again, I didn't really have a problem with what he's saying. Is Oak Bluff like flooded with ratchet activity? I've never been to Martha's Vineyard or Nantucket, but I've been to Cape Cod. But what I do know,
that? If you don't mind me asking, where is that at?
So Cape Cod is it's in Massachusetts. It's like Ritzy Park, and then you have Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket. Those are islands. Those are islands, both connected. Well, not connected, but they're part of Massachusetts, the greater Massachusetts, and from what I know, is that Martha's Vineyard is kind of like the island where a lot of black people go, like the elite black people. So I'm trying. I want to know, is Oak Bluff an area where now they're seeing an influx of ratchet activity? Like, or is this just something that just randomly, a random thought of his?
B, what's up?
B, what's
what's
going on?
happening?
Go ahead, Mom.
Oh, so it's on me now. There was a couple things that I had. First is, why do we care what a lot of people are saying? Wasn't a lot of people that agree with them? Wasn't a lot of people that didn't agree with them, right? If I'm not mistaken, because this thing come across my timeline. This is one of the first times I heard about it, right? Am I mistaken, Spaces? Because this came from like your timeline.
Yeah, this is. I believe this is recent, within the last few days.
Okay, so a lot of people agree with them. A lot of people didn't agree with them, right?
Yeah.
So what's the problem with that? I don't get that. I don't get what's the big uproar. Because I think with everything, don't a lot of people agree and a lot of people disagree?
Yeah, you mean in general?
Yeah, in general.
Yeah.
So what made this that much more to where it's like a topic or like people want to go back and forth about it?
Well, because people took his words out, like the first and the fourth video where the girl said, the one that only showed her eye, she said that's a white supremacy dog whistle. She took what he said for that. And then the fourth one, when she was in the car, she said, y'all heard what y'all wanted to hear, and switching it into it being something racist.
But ain't that's what everybody do?
I think that's what the issue is with this conversation.
But I'm saying, ain't that what all parties do with everything? Ain't that what we did with the Super Bowl halftime show? Ain't that what we did when everybody speaks? We all take our own interpretation and do what we want to do with it, right? And then I got a couple things off a couple videos, right? With the black fatigue, because I was going to mention that too. Why all of a sudden now it's all black fatigue? Why we ain't got firefighter fatigue? Why we ain't got why we ain't got politician fatigue? Why we ain't got congressman fatigue? Why we ain't got all this fatigue about a lot of stuff we should be tired of, right? Why is it just like black fatigue? That's the one question I have. The other thought that came to my mind. Then another thought too, man. Why the fuck do we care about what white folks care about us for anyway? Why does that matter to us? They gonna care what they want to care. You can be the most upstanding citizen. You can do everything right. All you do is one thing wrong. They think of you the same way anyway. It doesn't matter. So why do we care what other people or other races think about us? Why? I barely care what some of my goddamn friends think about me. Because I care about what they say. Why? Why do black people so much fucking care what other races think about us? Why? I don't understand that. That's to the bathroom with me. Why the fuck do we care? We don't. I don't care. I'ma still handle myself with class. I'ma still handle myself with grace. I'ma still be classist and classic and class. Handle myself with class, respect, and everything I do, no matter who I'm around. It doesn't matter if that's your thing. But why does we care what white people, what Hispanics, what everybody else think about us instead of our own individual people in our own race? Why does it always come down to, oh, well, white people ain't gonna like this and you acting like that? Who gives a fuck?
Well, this is a situation where black people are commenting on what a black man said.
But I'm saying, but they saying about what white people care and what all that stuff. They said about what white people think about us.
Also, you're talking about the I was thinking about it in a different way. So you're talking about
the black fatigue?
Yeah, the black fatigue. The black fatigue.
You're saying that he's using it. The guy he's using it in the way that it's been co-opted, right? Which is not the original. That's not the original term. I mean, and I think we've expressed on this podcast that words are important. So if the word, since it's been co-opted by white people, so he's using basically a white dog whistle. Is that what you're saying?
That too, and one of the ladies in the video said, you just don't act like that when you go around them or you go around this and stuff like that. And it just go to my mind to where, like we had another conversation in one of our group chats. So why the fuck we always care what white people think? Bro, I teach my friend, I teach my son all the time. Just have class. That's all. Whatever you do, have class and have grace, be respected. It don't matter who you're around. If they don't like you, fuck them. It don't matter. You can't do nothing to change somebody's opinion of you if they got that. Who cares? And instead of getting overwhelmed, I ain't gonna say getting overwhelming, but motherfuckers getting tired of motherfuckers talking about they don't like us and we go around here. Who cares? They act just as crazy as we do too. All human beings act crazy. What are we talking about here? Like, that's crazy to me. But that's just my two things of like what I took from it. Do I care? Like me and Spaces, we were just talking about the bots and all this other stuff. That last lady, I don't know if she had on a filter or she was AI or something, but her face kept glitching at the end or a little bit of something like that. I don't know what the fuck was going on right there with her. So I don't even know if these are real people or is these bots.
Well, I mean, in that regard, I think, either way, though, those people represented opposing opinions about it, right? So I think, and I don't recall, maybe I missed it, but I don't recall the guy in the original video saying anything about white people, right? It was people. You're muted.
I was just talking about the people in the videos and like just the whole situation, point blank, of like just having class about yourself. Why we just can't have class and do everything with class and have some classism or something like that. That's the only thing I'm talking about. And then just to me, it's just like when people start to bring up, because they're going to think about you in this way. Who cares?
But is Oak Bluff having these problems? That's what it boils down to. I mean, I've never heard of Oak Bluff. Like I said, I heard of Martha's Vineyard. Apparently, that's a neighborhood in or city, whatever, in Martha's Vineyard. But are they having the wretched problems?
But even hold on, Tracy, before you go, because I know you're finna go and I'm finna just mute. But even if they were or they weren't, it's just like it's to me, it's like, okay, he said what he said. You're never going to get everybody to agree with you. They're going to find something wrong. Why is it a problem that somebody found something wrong? We live in a age of social media. So I'm just trying to figure out, why is this such a big topic that a lot of people disagree and a lot of people agree? So I'm just trying to figure out, like, why is this such a huge, like, rah thing? That's what I'm trying to get to.
Because people immediately convoluted the conversation as to him saying behave around white people or behave like white people. Maybe I need to play it back, but I didn't hear him mention white people in the video.
I agree with you, Spaces, but I'm still saying people are going to have difference of opinion. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of, why do we care about their opinion? And if we want to just talk about the video to a whole, or like what he said or what we agree what he said, yeah, okay, I can agree to that. But why are we? That's what I'm trying to get at. All them videos after, it's like, okay, people have different opinion and everything. So what? I don't see nothing wrong with them having opinion.
I didn't have a problem with him saying, because I believe, I'm a person who believes there's a time and a place for everything too. So I didn't have a problem. My thing is, like, we have to, again, since words are important, and I believe they are, we have to use the words in the right context, not a co-opted context, right? So if you were to switch that around, and this is, when we say black fatigue, that to me equates to what white people are saying. And that's kind of, that I really only hear white people saying black fatigue.
I hear a lot of black people using the term, and I think, I don't disagree with you in using the words for their original definition, especially when the original definition has been convoluted to something essentially meaning the polar opposite of its original meaning. Like, I'm hesitant to use words. There's words in the dictionary now that one word will have 2 or 3 different ways it can be used in a sentence. At that point, just create a whole different word, which is what you're saying, JVD, right?
Yeah,
that's facts, Spaces. That's facts, though. That's facts.
It's like, so I don't disagree with what you're saying, JVD. It's like the original. I'm real big on you keep as best we can keeping the original definition to the word, so things don't get convoluted. On the flip side, this whole, like, I believe I'm really stern on saying this whole thing came up because people are trying to switch his message into saying that he's caping for white people.
But also,
I didn't get that at all. I got from the video. If you're going to be here, behave.
Yeah, but also too, Spaces, and I don't mean to just cut in. It's also a lot of people that agree with him. So why you can't just look at that? Why we gotta look? Because like we say this all the time. Like, we go to the comments And it could be 100 comments that says, "Oh man, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you." Man, that's agreeing. But that one comment of that ignorant person that we don't even know if it's a person or a fucking bot that got something negative to say, we go with that. So why we can't just focus on everybody that understood what he said instead of all these other negative? This is my thing about it. I'm getting tired of everybody always got their input on it, and we making conversations and giving people whatever they shouldn't be even giving them motherfuckers conversations to. Okay, if it's some ignorant people that say some ignorant things, okay, that's ignorant. Leave that over there. It's cool. We're gonna have that. But why are we sitting there having a conversation over ignorant people if you don't agree with that? If you don't agree with it and it don't apply to you, let it fly. Let them be ignorant or whatever they want to be. But the people that understood what he said and he didn't say nothing wrong, what's the problem?
Well, I think people that are in agreement with what he's saying are in response to the people that try to switch his words into something that he didn't say.
Okay.
And that's what I'm getting at, because I'm like, where are people getting this whole? The first lady, she's with the one that only showing her eye, which is weird. She said that is a white supremacy calling a dog whistle. What? Where did you get that from? Okay. And then this is on the back of, and in a lot of the videos that I watched, people were referring to the Carnival cruise where 16 people got banned from Carnival Cruise for fighting. It was 2 families that fought each other on Carnival Cruise, or at least in a line or something like that, to get onto the boat.
Okay. So this always go to this statement, and my barber, shout out to B for this. B told me this one time, right? And I think one of my uncles told me this too a long time ago, but it always comes back to what B said. He used the R word?
Yeah.
Or no, I use clown. If 2 clowns from afar going back and forth, how can people tell the difference of two clowns going back and forth? So why would you jump in the middle of clown business? If they're clowns, let clowns be clowns. Why are we responding to clowns? Or to retarded or to stupid people? Why are we responding?
That's my question, and I get what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Okay.
My question is, where are people getting this white supremacy, he's capable for white people thing from? I'm not talking about what they're saying in particular.
Okay.
But it's like, where did that come from?
Where does a lot of this stuff come from?
Just like what Fa said, pray away people who are determined to misunderstand you. They're misunderstanding him on purpose. They gotta be.
But is Oak Bluff, again, is Oak Bluff having these problems? He said he had a great time in Oak Bluff. Is Oak Bluff having these problems? Again, not Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard is normally a place for the black elite, right? Black elite, Barack Obama has a place out there, Oprah, some old people, right? If you ever,
the ultra rich have places out there?
Yes, they do. If you ever watch Inkwell?
No, I've never seen that before.
Inkwell with Jada Pinkett and Lorenz Tate. That's in Martha's Vineyard. So, it kind of shows you what type of people are out there. But like Fa said, like those are the people that the gentleman was speaking about in the beginning, they probably aren't the people that's invited anyway. Right? So, I mean, to me, it's kind of a moot point for you to even bring those type of people up. They're typically not even there. Now, on a Carnival cruise, yeah, I can see that. You can get a cruise for $100 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna like price a lot of times keeps, a lot of the ratchet shit in check.
And I think to your question, JV Day, as far as is Martha's Vineyard experiencing these problems, I don't think so, but I think he was saying like, hey, I'm advertising this, but we don't want to start to have these problems. All right. I'm gonna play this video real quick, and we can just call it a day and get the make sure we get the next topic next week. 1 second. Okay, so I just found is this? Oh, my fault. 1 second. Okay, so I just clicked. I typed Oak Bluffs, Martha's Vineyard, and I don't think we'll get copyright for this music. Oh shoot!
Gosh, man, like we need to take a bike ride through that, B.
Hey, I love fly shit. God damn it, I
You
definitely
need to take
would.
a bike ride through that, B.
You know what I'm saying? Am I invited?
He take a bike ride through that. That shit look fly, man.
So, yeah, that's the place that he's talking about. I just, according to what I just typed in, but I don't see what people's issue is. Where people got this idea of he's advocating for white people in one way or another.
And I understand where you're coming from with all of it, but to me, I'm just tired of giving energy and time and talking about retarded people and people that's misunderstanding you and that's not aligning really what you got. Okay, you disagree, keep it moving, whatever. I'm not going back and forth discussing it. I don't want to discuss that no more. We're getting older. This shit is like we're doing this dance too much on social media now. Shit is getting really tiresome. Like, for real. So if they don't agree with you, okay. If you want to hear it out, but I don't have no comment. If you think what he said was wrong or anything like that, okay, cool. Fresh expectation, we won't talk about it. I won't talk about it. I can't even say what we won't do. I don't want to talk about it. If you want to give your opinion about what he said, cool. We can talk about what he said. But them other ratchet or whatever fuck going on about what all that other shit, okay, cool. All right, cool. I heard you out. I don't got no back and forth with you though. It's cool.
Yeah. That's why the words are. That's why the word is important, though, right? And I feel like we have to come up with something else. So maybe they're just stuck on the word.
Yeah.
And if we find the word for the, you know what I'm saying, the proper context, then, you know, we can avoid the confusion that's really going on. I just think that though black people are the only people that they are judged by, you know, the lower end of you know, black culture, or, you know what I mean? Like, we're judged by the ghetto or the, you know, what they deem as ghetto or the ratchet. And no other group is really judged by that. And like people said, or in the video, one of the ladies said, I mean, you got ghetto ratchet in all cultures. You can look it up on YouTube. You ever watch Soft White Underbelly on YouTube? I mean, they're matched out, they're strung out. If you ever go to Portland, I've been to Portland multiple times. Portland, I mean, the whole city is in, and you know, it's a mess. Basically anything on I-5, right? Portland, Seattle, San Francisco, the Bay Area, right? It's fucked up. It's a lot of white people, you know, in the mix that's getting messed up, but they're not judged by that either.
But you know what they say though, Jay, every day. We as black people commit 70% of the crime, 50% of the murder. So what you expect? That's just what we do. That's what they say.
Come on, fine. You can't hate it. You know, you might dislike it, but hate it, that's strong.
B said they don't have a problem because they warn folk ahead of time to act like you got some home training. Foss said exactly, Ma. He said respectable black folks with home training are welcome, and a bunch of disrespectful black folks. And a bunch of disrespectful black folks with no home training were offended.
We live in a world where people get offended, but are they showing up? Is the problem, like the thing in question? Are they showing up to Oak Bluff? You know, people can have an opinion online or not. You're gonna have people about everything. People who have opinions about everything, but are they showing up there? You know, and I get he's advertising it. I guess if that's what he's doing, but. You know, I'm not sure how many, you know, people in the comments, if you know, in the cloud, like what I like to call it, how many of you have been to Martha's Vineyard?
I've heard of that before a long time ago, but I've never heard of Oak Hill or like really Martha's Vineyard like that. So we just discussing it today.
Right.
Because I've never been over there to Massachusetts or nothing like that. I ain't had no plans on really going.
Yeah, Massachusetts kind of, you know, they fly.
Desiree said, I agree, Jay. The word is very important. Foss said, I hate Jay's take here. Miss Nikki said, yeah, but we celebrate and support it. They send theirs.
No. Go back.
We?
Who is we?
I'm saying, who is the we?
See, that's why words matter. Who is we? Because everybody love to group us in together and all that other stuff. But how many of them people you know? How many of them people you hang out with? Because I never see them. We outside all the time. Spaces. When we hang out, do we run across any of these people?
No.
Have we ever run across any of these people?
We were in St. Louis, Nikki. We were in St. Louis. We was at a cigar lounge. There's a lot
We
of
didn't run across
upstanding
nobody.
people. No hood people came. And now we did go to the hood
But it still wasn't like that, though. It still wasn't ratchet like that, though, Jay, every day.
Speaking of,
the hood?
how
No,
was it?
man. It was good. And they showed us love out there. You know what I'm saying? They showed us a
So
lot
that's
of
what
love.
I'm saying. People love, like, we're 13% of the population, and they want to say it like, out of the 13% of the population, 60% of us are ratchet and act ghetto. No, it's not. It's a small ass percentage that get matured, that get shadowed over the black community. And we, I ain't gonna even say we, us as other black people champion that shit like that shit goes on when you don't even know those fucking people. You don't even stay fucking around them.
I mean,
That's
I
crazy
see it
to me.
though.
Do you see it in
see it.
person, Jay? You so spaces. You see that in person on a regular.
Yeah.
On a regular.
Maybe not on the regular, definitely on a, but it depends on what you define as a regular. But I see
On
it
a
for sure.
regular. On your, okay, out of 5 days out the week, how many times have you saw it?
Are we gonna go into this? Because now I'm gonna ask what do you define as the behavior that we're
man.
talking
See,
about in
now
this
you're gonna keep
conversation.
moving the goalpost. I asked a simple question, brother. All I said was
I
out of 5
answered
days,
yes
out
at
of your-
first, and then
so
you
mean to
asked a specific question, and now I'm asking you a specific question.
So you mean to tell me out of 5 days or 7 days out the week, you see ratchet people 2 to 3 days out the week? Now I'm going to ask you, what the fuck are you be doing? Because I be at work and I go and I be around and I be outside all the time, and I never run across ratchet people, never.
It can be as simple as going to Walmart. It can be as simple as going to the gas station.
Walmart is home for the ratchets. I mean, you know,
All right,
par for the course. But she said, what kind of music do I listen to? I listen to a broad. You know, I got a range of music that we listen to. I listen to jazz. I listen to R&B. I do listen to hip hop if that's what we're getting at. So, I mean, but that doesn't mean like I'm championing it. You know what I mean? Like I don't champion any of that.
I mean, I listen to mostly R&B. I listen to some rap, but it's very, very specific rap. Like I listen to people who are lyricists who are telling a story, who got something to say. I don't listen to. Very rarely do I listen to ratchet rap. Very rarely. Like the one particular song that I liked, that I the more I listen to it, the more I'm like, okay, I gotta separate myself from this a little bit more. Is Took It to the O, King Von. No, but the way I'm one that's like I listen to the music based on how it makes me feel, how it makes my spirit feel, and if it's not sitting right with my spirit, then I gotta separate myself from it. So I don't listen to that stuff.
Yeah.
On a regular. Majority of my time, I'm listening to podcasts, honestly. But when I listen to music, it's like R&B. Fa said the take I hated, Jay, was pretty much to that white people just as messed up a sector too. You might need to retype that file. To justify these fools, they were mad at him. They have no valid argument for real. White people have a messed up sector too.
Because they do, and what I'm saying is black fatigue, you know, use that we're using their word, well, what their co-opted word to, you know, to talk about black people, or, you know, that lower, I just, another word, that was really it, right? But I don't see us or society really talking about, you know, what other groups are doing. And I get we're black, so we're going to talk kind of more about what black people are doing. I'm just saying, even when I look on social media, nobody's talking about what the rednecks or whatever else is doing.
Yeah. All right. So she said no mall. So we support it. Like I said, I think we jump in and out of the use of the term we. I don't know, man.
Because we don't support it though. When have we ever supported that or championed it? You study saying
Yeah.
we like you do it. We don't.
Y'all
We just
listen to much.
we
Do y'all hear
don't
lyrics in country music
we don't
or rock
support
and
it though.
roll? Are we serious?
So what are we referring to as we support? Because I mean, one of you list off our favorite rappers and what they
Never
talk
been to
about.
a Lil Durk concert.
But you
Buy
said
their
we
music, we listen to their music. That's supporting them.
so, but I'm saying no.
You said buy their music? I haven't bought an album in years. I don't know. Australia, that's what you're talking about.
I mean, that's why I say listen to their music. That's
To say all
supporting
hip hop isn't negative, right? There's plenty of positive artists out there, right? So I mean, we just throwing everything in one pot.
But no, when you say we support it, I'm saying like, when have you heard a black person, which a lot of us have common sense, say, "Oh, that's how you should act." That's what I mean when I say support it. Every time we see that crazy shit, like, man, what the fuck is these ignorant motherfuckers doing? We denounce that off the rip because that's not all of us. But we always talk about, oh, we support it, oh, we do this. No, where the fuck we don't. Majority of black people go to fucking work and despise them too. Majority of black people put their kids through and try to teach their kids right and despise all that shit too. Don't act like we don't. But people study saying we do, we don't. We do not. All black people that got common sense and that knows right from wrong don't denounce that shit all the time. But every time we get on these podcasts, majority of black people saying, oh, we do. No, we the fuck we don't. I'm not part of we. That ain't got nothing to do with me because they act stupid and ignorant. And the people I hang around don't do that shit neither. But I'm getting tired of people coming on here talking about we. It's not no we. I pay taxes. I go to work every day. Nigga, I was just on a bike path with Jerry day riding a fucking bike. So I'm in the hood with them too? Hell no. I'm not agreeing to that, and I'm not gonna cope that like that's all black people. No, it's not. Is it a small percentage? Am I saying we don't have that? Yes, we do. I'm not saying that. But we stay talking about we like it's a huge, no, it's not. It's a small percentage that gets overshadowed for the whole black community, and that's not cool. No, it's not. I'm not with that, and I'm not gonna keep letting that shit ride where motherfuckers keep talking about we support. No, the fuck we don't. We denounce it all the fucking time. No, we don't. We don't support that. So I'm not gonna keep letting that shit ride when people talking about we, because it's not no we. You might do it, we don't. That's the only thing that keeps just pissing me off, because people keep saying it like that's all of us.
And then, I mean, if we wrap it up, if we're talking about like media and stuff like that, then that's like, well, you might as well not go to the movies. You see what I'm saying? You might as well not see anything. Anybody shooting, that means you support that, right? Anybody shooting in the movies, that means you support that. So I don't really support that take, no. But again, most of the music I listen to is not hip hop. I listen to an array of things. So, I mean, and that's just me personally.
Ms. Nikki said, if you buy the music, listen to the music, then you pump the music up and you give it room to spread it to all of you. We've been listening to this music forever. We are not above it, that support. So I went and looked at the definition. I typed in, what does it mean to support a music artist? And it says supporting a music artist means actively backing their career so they can continue creating and sharing their work. It goes beyond merely listening to their music, encompassing both financial contributions like buying merch or attending concerts, and promotional efforts like streaming, sharing, and engaging on social media to help them grow.
Yeah, I don't do much of that. Like buying music, I haven't done it in years because I do stream, but you know what I mean? Like if I put it on a random playlist and I'm riding my bike, I'm not stopping to turn it. Like, okay, I'll go right through it.
I think are people, I'm sure, I know can I put a percentage on it? No. But I do believe that there are people out there that are teaching and purposefully spreading the messages that are being portrayed in the negative aspects of rap music. I also think that, a part of support is streaming their music, and even when it comes to just anyway. But yeah, I think streaming is a part of support, and I'm not trying to point fingers at one person or the other. I'm just calling what I believe to be true.
I got a thing there. What kind of phone Nikki got?
I'm not sure.
She better not have no iPhone, because then she support motherfucking kids, motherfucking being labeled and stuff like that, because that's who built the iPhones, right? So that means she support that, right?
Did you guys watch Dahmer on Netflix?
The documentary?
Yeah, y'all watched that? Y'all support?
If we're talking about the same thing I did, the short series?
Yeah, that means we support that. We support what Dahmer was doing.
And that's my whole point. Like your iPhone, your clothes you make in sweatshops, so you support kids. Your car you made, them parts is made over in China with kids doing that shit. So you support all that too then.
I've always said, like, right, the media, like, where it pushes, like, on the radio. So here in Chicago, we have 107.5 WGCI. That's our, the main radio station. It always would baffle me that they would put the guns down, and then, like that would be an announcement, put the guns down, and then play some shit like that. Some King, whoever, right, that's talking about guns. That would always, like who the fuck is the person up there? Who's the director up there that's saying this is okay? So, I mean, I think, go ahead.
But it's just that word support. Like, everything we do, everything we touch is everything you buy. Okay, then. So if you saying that support, if you can agree to me that all that supporting, so you supporting all this stuff, okay, I can agree with you and I can rock with that take. But if you're not saying everything we do and we touch, don't try to put that label on us just because we don't support that. So now if you want to say a broad situation of like, okay, since we have iPhones, that means we support kids in sweatshops building our iPhones. If you equate both of them the same, okay. I'll shut up and you made a valid point. But if you can't equate both of those,
phones, Nike.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So if you can't put all those in the same category, don't just put us in that category because we don't support that shit.
Well, under that definition that we read, then it is support.
Hey, if it's support, then that's fair point. I guess
so we all have some soul. Then, right?
We all have some soul searching to do then, right? I mean, if that's under the definition, then we all got some soul searching, Yeah.
So what that mean? We all support everything there, right?
Well, she's saying, well, they need to work. The kids need to work. It's crazy work.
See, but it's always like, okay, whatever. Agree to disagree, bro. We on two different fans. It's cool, but I just don't feel like we support that shit because I don't know nobody who don't teach their kid right from wrong or try to get their kid to do the right thing and out here going to work on a regular basis. I don't know none of those ghetto people motherfuckers talking about. I don't know those people.
It's support by indirect support. It's like by buying an iPhone, you're supporting the fact that Apple is taking advantage of these kids overseas. By playing his music loud in your car, you're supporting this artist.
Okay, see, I can agree with that, Spaces. If you come with me with that point, I can agree with that. I have no more argument. You're right. But to say that we support this, but then you don't say that on the other end, nah, I can't rock with that, B. I can't do that one. Nah, I ain't gonna even agree to that.
Let's see. Nasty Beauty said, I mean, some female rappers are struggling with their music due to leading with sexuality and putting their sexual craft in the wayside. That's a fact. And whenever I hear, let's see. Fi Brown said, we'll end with this one. Wretched Ringer, you caught us at the end of the show. What's up, man? Appreciate you for being here. Fi said at Jay, same way the show, same way they show a DraftKings gambling commercial, but we'll have if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, and that might be a legal thing. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. Like cigarettes, if you smoke cigarettes or any tobacco product.
Yeah, they gotta put the cancer thing on it.
Right. So I'm not sure if that's a legal thing, and it might be a legal thing in regards to WGCI. I'm not sure. That they do have to. Well, I don't know.
That's wild.
Yeah, man. So for the match, you guys good, right? You got everything.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good. We can say that question for next time, though.
Yeah. So what I have for the mess today, as it pertains to the conversation that we had earlier, just because technology is advancing doesn't mean you have to be right on top of it as it comes out as it's advancing. For example, I said earlier that I have and I don't even like using the phrase just because doesn't mean, but it applies here. I have an iPhone 13, right? This is it, right? I've had this since essentially it came out. And guess what? Before I get a new one, I'm gonna get that fixed. So just make work what you have. Don't think that you just because something goes awry with whatever it is you're going on. Oh, I got to buy a new one. I got to get a new one. Nah, that's how people stay broke. That's how people continue with their financial struggles. Figure out how you can make work what you have, and then if that doesn't work after you try to put your best foot forward, then maybe go get the new thing or a newer thing. Because even if this one breaks, that doesn't necessarily. I'm not necessarily going out to get the newest iPhone. I might get two steps younger, I guess you would say, than what it is that I have. Maybe 3. depending on how I feel at the moment. You know what I'm saying? But this has been another edition of your favorite after church podcast, the No Key Podcast. Wear your crown, build your legacy, Kings. I've been your man, Spaces.
Every day.
See, this is exactly the reason why them niggas
My fault. Go ahead. Keep that thought. We are also live on Kick after the show up until 5 o'clock because I got other stuff to do. We're going to play some music and vibe out. I'm going to throw the link in there one more time. If y'all want to come and join us, just
play Tip Drill, man. I'll definitely support that.
And see,
Tip Drill, P-Pop, and I'm for all that. Go ahead. I support it.
And Nikki is the reason I got black fatigue. Love you, Miss Nikki, man. Meeting the jury.
All right, move.